106.7 WIZN. It's the Cars. Let's go. Heard Great White. Before that, Joe Vega taking you through your Wednesday rockin' ride home. And I'm joined now by Paul Harding from Martin Harding in Mazzotti. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So I'm calling you because I had a question for you. It's in regards to last month, of course, and it was in the news. Everybody saw it. It was in Texas and in the Midwest in general, just got creamed with cold weather and snow, something they're not used to, and there were power outages. And in Texas, it was especially bad because Texas is on its own power grid, separate from everyone else. And so the people there were out of power for a long time. It was really bad, but some people were lucky enough to have power. But those people got an awfully large bill. I'm sure you saw those news reports.
I did.
Yeah. So my question for you is, do those people who got price gouged have any legal recourse?
You know, it's interesting. When you first see that, you're like, well, of course. You know, the guy had a $17,000 bill.
$17,000.
8 days of service.
That's
8
unbelievable.
days of service. They already took it out of his bank account. He had a direct withdrawal.
Right.
What you have in Texas is a completely unregulated energy industry. So demand went way up, and then these grids that were frozen stopped producing. So the ones that could produce were getting overtaxed. So what you have is people getting the power they wanted. Their contract was unregulated, so there was no top end. And now we've got these crazy bills.
Right.
There's lawsuits filed, but probably they got what they could have gotten had they read the fine print.
So they're going to have to pay these bills?
I think what's going to happen, the state of Texas was pretty embarrassed about this, right? They set up something. They didn't expect that many days and that much demand because of the cold weather. That's not Texas, right? You have a little snow. It goes away. It hits 60 the next day. So in this situation, I think the legislature is going to make good on this. And then I think they're going to make those contracts where you have unregulated energy no longer available. They're going to put caps on it. They don't want to see this happen again. And, quite frankly, it went beyond just the dollars. People froze to death, and there was plenty of
course, there were like 80 deaths, something like that. So I guess my final question is that couldn't happen in New York or Vermont, right? There's no way that's going to happen here.
Yeah, right? We do have some unregulated, some wholesale buying, but we have caps.
Yeah,
we have caps, and we also are prepared for cold weather, right? Because we live in cold weather.
Sure.
And they just didn't spend the money, and that's going to be another change probably down there to have these protected by either high heat or lots of cold.
Well, that's good to hear. All right, thank you very much. Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti. Thanks for coming on, Paul.
Okay, Joe. Talk soon.
Call Paul or any of the fine lawyers at Martin Harding and Mazzotti at 1-800-LAW-1010. You can also go online to 1-800-LAW-1010.com. All right, Mel Allen's taking over from here. He's got music from Billy Squire and Deep Purple next.